I chose not to choose life. I chose something else.
So yesterday started with an argument with the garage. Me going over and saying, listen, I can't flush the toilet, I can't wash up, I can't cook, I've got no water at all. You've left me with no water because you screwed with the electrics, and I can't start the generator because the batteries are flat. Again, that you caused. Sort it out. Oh yeah, we'll get a generator, we'll get an electrician, blah blah blah. Says, you promised me an electrician last week. He never came. Oh yeah, we'll get you an electrician. Do you want a cup of tea? No, I don't want a fucking cup of tea. I want an electrician. Sit here all day. No action, nothing. And then in the evening, they're still working well into 10 o'clock at night. Still no electrician. And then this happens. Wow, I wish I'd got this on camera. So it's 10 to 10, and a copper just knocks on the door, and the van, like a big meat wagon, has just blocked off the front of the bus, so I'm gonna leg it. I'm sat here just in my shorts, and I spot it's a copper, so I go to get my t-shirt. He says, no, you don't need a t-shirt, just step out. And I'm like, step out? Alright. I still get my t-shirt. So I come to the door, I'm stood in the doorway, and he says, no, step out here. Okay. So I get my shoes. No, you don't need shoes. I do need shoes, mate. So I step out, and there's like 6 coppers there in this van. I'm thinking, oh man, this is going to be bad. Like, firstly, who's reported us? We're in the middle of nowhere. We're at a dead end on an industrial estate. And I had a bit of an argument with the garage this morning. The boss is down south. So I'm thinking they've reported me. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to storm over to the garage. I'm ready to, the minute he mentions passport, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go lit. I'm gonna absolutely lose my shit. This guy was the greatest guy ever. I love the coppers here. They're so good. They were like, how long have you been here? Like a couple of weeks. What's wrong with the bus? We explained the situation. They were like, have you got a problem with the garage? Didn't want to throw him under the bus just yet. So I was like, no, not yet. And he was like, oh, but if you need anything, just get in touch. And I was like, oh, can I have your number then? He was like, yeah, sweet. So I've got his phone number now. Maybe luck is changing. Maybe that's the first good thing. Literally the first good thing that's happened in 2 weeks. Oh, apart from meeting Hakan and his family. But yeah, absolutely, I love the police here. They're great. Yeah. And it means I've got a contact. I explained the fact that I need to get this form from customs notarized. So hopefully he can now be my point of contact, someone who speaks English, who can deal with the authorities, customs, like try and get me out of this shithole. And obviously if I need to complain with the garage now about the damage they've caused to the electrics and the water pump and stuff, he's the guy I'm gonna ring. Yeah, absolutely. God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that went well, because I went out with the intention of kicking off, because obviously I haven't got a visa anymore. So yeah, good days. Well, good evening. So the good news first, we went to the notary today, and although it took us 4 or 5 hours, we eventually managed to get the power of attorney sent off. Hopefully it's everything we need for customs and the fan will arrive. So I've come back to the bus, still no water, still can't cook, still can't wash up, still can't flush the toilet, still can't turn the generator on to charge the batteries, still got no fridge. I go over to the garage and I'm like, right, what is going on? You promised me an electrician 2 days ago. Oh yeah, he's coming in an hour. I says, no, bollocks. I says, you promised me one last week, you promised me one 2 days ago. Now you're saying he's broke down on the side of the road, he'll be here in an hour. I don't believe you. It's unacceptable. I'm pissed off. Oh yeah, wait until the boss comes back on Monday. I says, no, I'm not waiting until the fucking boss comes back on Monday. You've left me for a week without electricity, without a fridge, without a water pump that works, all because you took the batteries without asking. It's just not happening. So anyway, they said, well, I'll call the electrician, he'll be here within an hour. I says, right, you got an hour, otherwise I'm escalating this. And obviously that means calling this copper that turned up last night. The electrician will be here in an hour, and that's them shutting up, fucking off. Absolute fucking yep. These guys. I guess the police are my next point of call. But obviously the police come with its own risk, because my visa's expired. But at this point, I'm past caring. I've got a copper that likes me, and I've got his phone number. So let's see if I can't get this resolved properly. These guys are fucking clowns. I've just had a proper screaming match with them. There's a guy in his 40s who works there, and two young lads. And he's like, it's not me, it's the young kids. I'm like, listen, you operate as a fucking garage, not individuals. Someone removed my batteries. Someone is responsible for this. Just fucking fix it. Anyway, it got very, very heated. And the guys from the tyre shop came over. Well, I'm shaking. The guys from the garage came over, we got a tyre shop next door. And said, wait till Ishmael gets here. And he can translate. There's nothing to translate. They know the issue. They know what they've done. And they know I'm not fucking going anywhere. So, the police are going to get called. I guarantee it. And then, I've got a problem that I still need them to fix the fan. I'm so done with this place. So, after having a blazing argument for God knows what third time, they finally got an electrician over who checks the voltage, 6 volts. Yeah, cheers mate. So, he's like, oh no, it's because it's been sat here for so long, won't run the engine. I'm like, nah, not a chance. I sat on the beach for 4 weeks, don't run the engine at all, no problem. I then moved from that beach, probably 40 kilometres, something like that, not enough to charge the batteries. Sit there for another 4 weeks, again, no problem. I sit here for 2 weeks, and within a week, the fridge is flashing, blah blah blah. The same day that, and the anyway, it was start and whatnot. The same day they took the batteries out and put them back in. Yeah. So what they're going to do is they're going to take all the batteries out, charge them up to full, and see where we go from there. Yeah, let's hope it solves it. I just crashed into the back of somebody on this. Yeah, just ran at the back of him, no damage to him or me or the car, but this thing does not stop when it's wet. So this morning I sent the boss a message giving him a deadline of 1 o'clock to at least talk to me. So we've just had a meeting and he's agreed to charge the batteries, so at least we'll have a fridge tomorrow. So we can go to the hospital, get blood tests, all that sort of stuff. The medication, he was arguing that no, because it was only 18 hours or whatever, it wasn't, it was a whole week, but anyway. He was arguing about that, but in the end, he's agreed that he will knock the price of the injections off fitting the fan. Obviously, he's going to inflate the price of the fan. So if we get out of here, then that'll be good. And he refuses to give his Turkish ID number. I'm not exactly sure why, some tax reason I think. But that leaves us with a problem because we can't get a Turkish ID number even if we want one, and we need one to get it through customs, and we can't use anyone except for the people in the garage because that's where it's been delivered. So we can't just get a random to give us a Turkish ID number. Problems. So we're in the second week without water or a fridge. And They took the batteries on Tuesday after a big argument. Well, not a big argument. They were just a bit difficult, to be honest. They were arguing about the medication. I think he thought he could just go to a chemist, one of his friends, and get it cheap. He rang them. Obviously not. And then he was saying to me, the chemist says they can stay out of the fridge for 24 hours. I said, it's got nothing to do with the time, mate. It's about temperature. You put them in the sun for half an hour, they've got to be used. Anyways, capitulated on that and agreed to pay for the medication. However, he's taken the batteries on Tuesday to charge them up, and it's now Friday, and he's not reinstalled them. And he knows that we haven't got a fridge without them, so I can't get any more injections. But how can it take 3 complete days to charge a battery? Beyond me. And then to top it all, we can change the invoice. The Americans will change the invoice to someone in Turkey, but I can't find anybody in Turkey that's prepared to give me their name and their ID number to send to the broker, so I can't get it in. And the only option I've got at the moment is I've got one guy I met who's really nice, who happens to be a copper. But of course, if I say to him, explain the situation, and say, can I use your ID number, his first question is going to be, why don't you use the garage? And then I'm going to be like, I can't. Well, why not? And he's going to come down and ask some questions, and obviously that's going to throw him under the bus in regards to whatever tax they're trying to dodge. I don't really understand. I guess the Turkish ID number is a bit like our passport, maybe. So people are reluctant to give the number. I get that. But I'm only asking them to order me a part, essentially. You know, they don't need to give me the ID number, they just need to give it to the broker. Which would be the same as them ordering anything from abroad that got stopped at customs, which is anything over 30 quid. People are so friendly here, but when I actually need help, like I need this name and I need this ID number, I can't find anyone to help me. I really don't know what to do. I'm kind of stuck here now. Until I get a Turkish ID number, and I can't personally get one, it's an impossible situation, and I don't even know that Fan's going to fix the problem.